Well, let's focus on the real estate picture now. Tier 1 residential sales have seen a pickup, did see a pickup in 24, but the question is, are things starting to slow down a little bit? I mean, this is a topic we picked up about 2 months back. And this is essentially when the markets had started to weaken a little bit. I remember speaking with companies like Signature Global and others and asking them whether the dull price action, at that point dull, now of course pretty severe on the downside, is going to start to show up in real estate sales as well. So let's revisit that topic now. Rajat Kathuria is CEO at Signature Global. Niranjan Hiranandani is chairman of the Hiranandani Group as well. Gentlemen, great to have both of you. Thank you very much for joining us. Prashant this side. Mr. Hiranandani, that question to you, sir, first. Are we starting to see the negative wealth impact with regards to equity markets show up in real estate sales, sir?
Prashant, the reverse is true. We are seeing a 10 to 12% growth in volumes. That has already happened across the board. And I think that's a positive story in terms of the real estate growth, as you see. What is worrisome, Prashant, is not about the growth of real estate, but the growth of affordable housing. That's a negative. Look at the ideas and numbers, because you talk about numbers quite a lot on your screen. In 2020, the affordable housing segment was 40% of total demand. Today, that is less than 20%. So you can see what is the growth. So in spite of a 10 to 15% annualized growth in the last 4 or 5 years, you have seen a downward trend in terms of affordable housing growth. And I think that's the biggest challenge as far as India is concerned. We also are seeing the luxury segment and the mid segment grow faster. So you're going to see a growth of 10 to 15% growth annualized over there. But of course, there are sectoral setbacks. So you do see certain areas in the country where the growth story is not as strong, especially where the infrastructure is not so good, or the traffic issues are not being sorted, or there are environmental issues which are being challenged. So yes, I mean, I'm talking about an average growth through the country. So overall, Prashant, I can tell you this year equally will see a 10% growth in terms of volumes of this thing. My challenge has been the government's trying to do taxation, which is far beyond the thing. Let's take Mumbai, for example, as an example. 50% of the cost of my flat in the redevelopment property that I'm doing goes to government directly and indirectly. So there is land under construction, development charge, additional FSI cost, all the rest of it put together comes to GST, stamp duty, etc., comes to about 50% of the total value of the flat. Now, with the ready reckoner rate again slated to go up in Mumbai and Maharashtra, you will see further deterioration in terms of affordable housing taking place. So government actually has decided to collect more funds and more taxes and more development charges from real estate. So while on one side housing is growing, the volume is growing, numbers are growing, prices are going up, but on the other hand, affordable housing is becoming a bigger challenge in the country. And I think that is an issue which government is not able to address in spite of the Prime Minister's Awaaz Yojana.
No, absolutely. The question is, if the stock markets remain like this, on a lighter note, you know, those looking to buy premium will have to go affordable. I don't know. But
Prashant, it doesn't. Prashant, as it stands just now, it's not happening. I can tell you that much on the ground.
So you're saying there is no impact whatsoever, even marginal impact of the markets being depressed? Because especially in a city like Mumbai,
Prashant, is the reverse. It's actually reverse. It's going up. People are moving from the stock market into the real estate market.
That is what we had Mr. Abhinandan Lodha with us here, and he made 2 months back. He made the point. He said there is one wave which is he thought, and maybe it's happened back then. He said, well, which will move out of equities and move into real estate. So he was kind of making that sort of point, and he agrees with you. I guess. Rajat, come in here, in your market, NCR, Gurugram. Again, I mean, my question is with regards to how stock markets are doing. and whether there is, I think you did tell us last time that it is maybe at the margin, the velocity, sales velocity is slowing down. Go on.
Yeah, hi Prashant, good morning. So Prashant, this is real estate tends to be a very localized micro market driven business. What we are witnessing in Gurgaon is that while urbanization trends are strong across the country, I think Gurgaon specifically, as far as the NCR market is concerned, has seen very strong migration trends from other parts of the region into people moving into Gurgaon for a variety of reasons. And, we've been quite, I would say, up to tapping this particular opportunity. So the trend, by and large, is that the price rise, which saw very, sharp spike about, 1.5 years ago, price rise has moderated while it still continues to go up because there is still a lack of, good quality homes which are available to customers. Hence, price continues to go up, but at a moderated pace. But transaction volumes are steady. So I agree with Mr. Hiranandani that, volumes are staying steady and, we are not seeing any sort of, decline in transaction volumes as of now.
Okay, not seeing any decline in transaction volumes as of now. That's good to hear then. Mr. Hiranandani, in the city of Mumbai, right, which is where you operate, how is there's so much supply which is coming up? I remember we had one of the consultants on the program, and he gave us a figure, and this is in the premium end, between 15 crores to about 40 crores, and if you have that number, do weigh in. We have enough supply which is coming up for the next many years in the city of Mumbai. So supply essentially, according to him, will overwhelm demand in that product category. Just come in there, Mr. Hiranandani.
Prashant, I cannot vouch for the future. I can only tell you what the present demand is. The present demand is enormous. So there is no shortage of demand as it stands today. Number two, you have to see very clearly what is happening in terms of total numbers. So while the total volume of real estate has gone up, while the stamp duty collections have gone up, while realization of GST has gone up, the total number of apartments being sold has come down. That is the challenge. And that
is on the affordable side, Mr. Hiranandani, right?
Yeah, so that's why the overall. But
affordable, for the last few years, sir, there has been no momentum in affordable at all. We've spoken with lenders who've told us that, I think Rajat, who runs Signature, who's with you now, he's moved from the affordable side to premium because there is no, there wasn't very much demand. But that, I think, also was a function of the, premiumization, booming markets, and that's why I started with that question, sir. Go on, Mr. Hiranandani.
Prashant, I beg to disagree with you. Even in the cases of Panvel, where we operate in a very large way, the demand for 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom is much, much, much higher than the 1-bedroom that we are seeing. And we are also seeing that this upgradation which people want, people are looking at larger apartments and other luxury items which are to be added, even in the other cases. So similar to what you have, that the premium cars are being sold better than the other, which is the lowest value models, which is contrary to what the market expected it to happen. Similar is taking place in the real estate sector. So what you're seeing in the automobile sector, we are seeing it in the real estate sector, and government is actually responsible for it because they're constantly increasing the taxes in terms of land, the value of land, the ready reckoner rates, which actually forces you to sell at higher prices and other things, even in the case of land. So affordable housing is getting pushed out of the market. So it's not only developers who are doing it or the market is doing it, you're also creating a large amount of affordable housing to become unaffordable automatically by way of taxation. So both the reasons are there. One, the market side in terms of the visualization of what the customer is doing, his ability to get loans from the banks at the lower rate, and this rate is coming down. So one from 8.7, it's already down to 8.4, 8.5. I think with the reduction in interest rates, which will take place, the EMI will keep on following. So you are going to see much more buyers in terms of housing. But maybe, I don't know about the segments, and I do hope affordable housing takes a pickup also. I'm praying for it.
Okay, all right. Hi, good morning, gentlemen, and welcome to the show. This is Nigel on this side. Mr. Hiranandani, I wanted to ask you about, there's a new player that's going to be coming into the market with cables as well as wires. That's Ultratech. As of now, you must be sourcing some cement from them. Does it make a difference, if you're sourcing cement from a particular brand? Will you also be looking to take your cables and wires, or do you think the market is good enough, and you'll continue with the current relationships that you have? Just want to understand from a stock market perspective, because a lot of these cables and wires players are very nervous yesterday from a pricing perspective, as we have a new player that's coming in the next 2 years or so. Your take.
Every market is challenged by new players. So there is nothing new about it. We have seen new people in terms of supply of materials every time and everywhere. So yes, there will be a challenge to the market in terms of it. Just like new players in the real estate market will make a difference, new players in every market is going to certainly make a difference. And I would look at the challenges as a real challenge. So you will see new suppliers of materials. We already do. We resource different materials from different suppliers, and new suppliers do come up with innovative products at very, very competitive rates. Incidentally, the overall prices have actually gone up, whether it's cement, steel, or others in the last 5 years. So anybody new coming in will actually get an entry level. Definitely, whether they are able to sustain the competitive prices or not, I don't know. But you can see the profitability in terms of the companies which are taking place and the bottom line of the company.
In fact, it could be good news for you, because you all will have more amount of suppliers, and in fact, you could get competitive rates as well. So better news for real estate players. You have higher amount of cables and wires players.
No. Wait. Land is the biggest problem. Approvals are a big problem. The cost of development charges is a big problem. The ease of doing business in real estate is getting worse, not better.
All right. I think, Mr. Hiranandani, impassioned plea. And I hope the government is listening, authorities are listening, sir. So you make some very, very strong and forceful points. And I really hope authorities listen to you. Rajat and Mr. Hiranandani, thank you very much.
You're wishing, I'm praying.
Please do. And we'll connect on this topic soon again. Thanks very much for joining us with that sort of status check in terms of real estate sales, both here in Mumbai and NCR, two of the highest value, highest volume, and probably the largest sort of real estate markets in the country as well.